Hello and welcome to Taste of Ulster TV. This week we're cooking out of the kitchen.
We're with Peter Hannan, the meat merchant from Moira, and we're cooking ribs, and we're cooking them low and slow.
These are basically they're pork ribs, pork belly ribs, extra meaty. We like them with plenty of meat on them. And what we do with them is we dry cure them for a week, 8 days, and then we bury them in a pit of sugar for a week to 10 days. And look, pork is relatively inexpensive, but I mean, these here are going to cost you to feed somebody well less than £1.50. We were fortunate enough to win the Golden Fork at the Great Taste Awards this year with this product. It's one we really love, and we like a lot of slow food. We also have some beef ribs here, which are Jacob's Ladder. Once again, they're portion cost of less than £1.50. We also put them through exactly the same process, and we call them sugar pit beef ribs. But we've left these just as they are, just to show how easy and simple it is. These here don't need anything done to them. Into the oven, 130 degrees, 3 hours, and because during the curing process they displace moisture, when we put them into the sugar, they reabsorb the sugar where they've displaced the moisture. So they'll self-caramelise. They'll be a lovely mahogany brown when they come out after 3 hours. So why don't we chuck them in, we'll come back in a while and eat them. In you go, you beauties. That's the cooking. Yep, the next thing we're going to do is eat them. Oh yes, bacon as it should be. Look at that. And our beef ribs, sometimes called short ribs, Jacob's Ladder. That's them there. These take a little bit of time, but if you're prepared to source less expensive cuts and give them some time, you can eat terribly, terribly well. You know, they just, you know, they're a tougher piece of meat by nature. But as you cook that low and slow, all of that just breaks down in one thing and another. It becomes a beautiful, unctuous piece of meat to eat. I mean, this is gorgeous comfort food. You just put it in that there and maybe throw a drop of cider or beer or wine and some veg in with it and one thing, and just let it moist cook away for the same amount of time. You can put that in at 100 degrees and leave it there for 6-7 hours, no problem whatsoever. It doesn't matter if you don't come back until breakfast time. It'll still be perfect. Nothing going to happen to it. Salty, sweet, sticky and soft. Oh, look at that. If ever I come back as a piece of bacon, I want to end up in the sugar pit. Oh, look at that. Hello, bacon ribs. Fingers required. I mean, it's food of the gods. That would be my last meal. Those sweet cure bacon ribs with cabbage and champ and parsley sauce. Hang me up after that if you want.